Here we go. Little Mr. Monster action coming at you. You want to start in the center of your page, and you want to start with sad face for his head. And then from there, we're going to drop just a diagonal number 1. Not that long. Just a diagonal number 1. And on the opposite side, we're just going to, let's give it like the letter L. I'm going to zoom in so we can see it just a little bit better. And I'm going to drop another letter L, but I'm going to indent a little bit. So I'm going to, instead of putting my pencil here on the point, I'm going to do it to the right and do another letter L. And I'm going to drop a number 1. So I have his complete head in place. If you can, like for the eye, you put number 1 going diagonal, and you put happy face from both sides, one to the other. And to finish the mask piece, just add a parallel line right here. And his mouth, so you can just go with sad face like this, or you can make it like he's kind of like grimacing, right? Just go like this, add another. And I like to add, let's just take the letter L again. I like to add a little diagonal number 1 right there. Let's continue with, put a little muscle right here. You want to put sad face starting here off this L, and sad face on the other side. And now you want to go ahead, let's just build out this arm. So, well, first I want to build in this piece here. So from the jaw, I'm going to go sad face 1, sad face 2. And these 2 sad faces stop at the same point. So next what I want to do is, I want to go ahead, let's just build out the chest. And I'm going to put like a happy face here and a number 1. And now that I focus on this side, we'll put sad face, start the bicep. And I'm going to put a little happy face right underneath there. They kind of line up as well. So I'll put number 1 here and sad face just to close that gap. And then the rest of the arm here is the letter L. Okay, and now let's draw the hand holding that pistol. So for the hand holding the pistol, start again with the letter L. You're going to hear the letter L a lot. And then I'll turn that into a thumb by using rectangle. 1, 2, 3 gives me a rectangle. And directly above it, his pointer, trigger finger is rectangle. And then diagonal to that, we're going to add middle finger, rectangle, wedding finger, rectangle, and the pinky, the smallest of the rectangles. And you could close this little gap here with the letter L. Boom. Now, the pistol that he's holding, right? I just go with, let's say I do a rectangle. But this line right here, I want to make diagonal. And now I just do my rectangle. Now, my pistol doesn't fit entirely on the page. Maybe yours does. For example, if let's say this is where you have your pistol like this, right? You have your pistol and you have your diagonal, and so you can just keep it going, draw a diagonal again, and you continue that rectangle, okay? That way you have the full pistol. But mine is going off the page, so I don't have to draw the entirety of the pistol. I put the letter L right there for the, I put the letter L right here for the trigger guard. And then I'll just draw like the handle that he's holding, letter L again. Little details for this pistol here would be rectangle, letter L number 1, 2 times. And I'll put a little triangle right there. And up for the sights, and I'll put happy face and number 1 and sad face. That should give you the pistol. Number 1, a happy face for his glove, and then you can just add little details for muscle. Let's continue over here. Oh, to finish the mask, number 1 right here, and then sad face to the neck. Now, let's wrap this arm up over here. You want to put sad face, bicep, and you're going to go sad face one more time for the forearm, number 1. And now just add parallel, right? Number 1, happy face, happy face, happy face. And the happy face, this last one should line up with this jaw. These two line up. These two line up. If you want to be a little more detailed, an elbow would go right here, triangle. And I will go sad face, happy face. And you can add a little bit more muscle by going happy face number one. Maybe put a number one right there. And the same way that we did this one, this hand here, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to draw a rectangle, starting with the letter L. I'm going to make a rectangle. Then I'll put a rectangle for a trigger finger. And then rectangle to hold the pistol, drawing the fingers accordingly, rectangles. You could put the letter L right there so he has his handle. And you want to draw your diagonal. Now here you'll see the entire pistol, right? I'll put the letter L right there. Close this. I'm going to make it look a little bit more 3D by just putting number one here, number one there, circle, letter C, circle, or half circle rather. And then the sights here go like rectangle, diagonal, triangle, rectangle, number one, number one. And then again, the pistol, the trigger here is happy face, number one, sad face. And I like to put a little bit of detail here. He's going like a letter S. So you would color that gray and leave that white. Again, if I'm going too fast for you, right, you just could slow down the video, or the little timer on the bottom right, you could slow down the video, or you could just rewind. Happy face here. I'll add a parallel line and a number one that should end where this number one ends. Then I'll close this gap, happy face, sad face. And just to add some detail here, I'll put, let's say like almost like it looks like a little triangle, and I'll put a little happy face there, the skull for his, couple little happy faces for the ribs. The skull goes sad face, and then letter C, and you like triangles, and then his legs go sad face from the number one, sad face from the number one. And directly underneath, like I follow this line, and add parallel line. And I'm just going to work with this leg. And from here, I'll go the letter L, and then parallel line. The only difference is I made my parallel line a little bit more round. Happy face, the letter C, happy face, happy face. For this one, I'll go letter L right here. You can see the letter L. And then I'll drop this parallel line. It's going to be a little bit longer. And then the letter L again. Happy face, happy face. And then the little bit of his belt, I just put two rectangles and the letter M. Okay, and there you have your Mr. Monster. Now, the next thing I'd like to do is just add my title, which goes right here, and I'll put it like directly underneath his forearm. The M, I start with triangle. The letter V. And I'll put a parallel letter V right there. And then I'll draw like the letter L, close it, and then I'll put happy face way over here, and I'll do my R. Okay, and I'm just gonna erase a little bit of this right there. There we go. And here I'll put skull first, happy face, rectangle, and you have the skull for the O, and then you can fit in your title however you want. I'll put mine like kind of like going sad face, triangle, happy face, triangle. I'll squeeze my T right there. I'll put my E right in here and my R right in there. Boom. I have my title. And then I have some vampires. First off, I'll just put like he's shooting a vampire off screen. I'll just go happy face, and then the fingers will be like triangles, right? Like these triangles. like this, happy face, and then I'll put triangle again for the fingernails, and maybe like, you know, a little bit of like furry things like that. And you could put like triangle, and you can put onomatopoeia, bam, like this, right? And we'll have some vampires coming at him. Starting here, I'll put one diagonal. I'll just put sad face, triangles for the ears. Look at how they level out. The letter V. And I'll put parallel line, sad face, parallel line, sad face. And I'll go like the letter L. And I'll put triangle for the eyes, the letter M for like a bat nose, sad face, triangles, triangle. We draw another one like coming up from behind, like right here. Sad face, triangle, leveled, the letter V. I did the inside of the ears. Well, this one I gave it a little bit more than just the letter L, kind of like a triangle. Triangle, the letter M, sad face, triangle, triangle. And I like to just add a little bit of like this kind of like a fur that goes around them because they're kind of like half bat, half human, right? Just a little bit of this little triangle around them. And then I'll just put the arms coming up, these arms coming up. And you want to draw like sad faces to make them look like they're bat wings. A couple little number ones. And I could just do the same thing here. Like their little bat wings coming at them. Okay. Maybe you want to put some more coming up this way. Right. Just to fill up that space. You already drew it one time. You know. Just like this. You know, maybe this one I'll make them look a little bit more coming up this way behind them. You know, this one I'll just make him a little bit more monstrous coming at him from behind like that with his claws out. Yeah, the wings are open. He's coming up, attacking from behind, right? Put some more detail like that. I mean, this one's just me. I don't expect you to kind of make this happen. But if you wanted to, you could just copy how I did it. Right there and right there. And I'll even give him like some little feet. He's coming up behind him. Right, I'll give him another little foot coming up this way. Little jacket there. And you can add like motion lines just to give it more action. Okay, all these lines should be pointing, like going this way. Okay, like that. There's some lines. It fills up the background, you know. Okay. And that's how you would draw this one. Okay, so that's how you would draw this Mr. Monster. At the right at the end will be the colored version, similar to this drawing, but not really this exact drawing. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, the like, the subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Till next time, be excellent to yourselves and to others.